Hello and welcome to Havana News. Today we're going to talk about two brands of Cuban cigars with very similar names. The first one is called Saint Luis Rey, and the second one is called San Luis Rey. I've come across these names before. I was very confused, so I've decided to make this video to try to explain and to look at it in details to understand the difference. It's very simple. Saint Luis Rey is a standard production brand, so they're still making Cuban cigars now. It was created 83 years ago in 1940 by a UK company called Zamora y Guerra. It's a British company in 1940. And this brand signed a contract in 1940 so that their cigars were only to be distributed in the UK by not by Hunters and Franco, but by a gentleman called Nathan Silverstone. Mr. Silverstone was distributing this brand of cigar exclusively in the United Kingdom. You couldn't find it anywhere else. Then, at the end of the 80s, as you know, beginning of the 90s, there were talks between Cuba Tobacco in Cuba and the different brands that had some independence, like Davidoff, like St. Louis Rey, and it was decided that this brand was going to be taken back by Tobacco or Habanos and distributed around the world. Um, so what happened is that in 1993, this brand started to be distributed outside of the UK, and the contract of Mr. Silverstone and his company was cancelled. St. Louis Rey, SAINT. As far as the name is concerned, there are two possibilities, and we don't know where the name comes from. It can come from the fact that San Luis is a city, a little town in Pinar del Rio, where in Vuelta Bajo, where they make one of the best Cuban tobacco, and we visited it during the last Festival del Habano, and they just changed the San into a saint. San is the Spanish for saint. Or the name comes from El Puente de San Luis Rey, which is a novel, a very famous novel at that time. And some people are saying that it is what inspired the name. There was also a movie made later on. This brand only makes one standard production cigars now. It is called the Saint Luis Rey Rayos. And this brand is also used to make regional editions. One of my favorites was the San Luis Rey Herfing. It is considered a full strength brand by Habanos, so you can expect strong cigars or a strong cigar when you get these production radios, or if you get a regional edition. As far as the San Luis Rey brand is concerned, it was created at the end of the 80s. I guess to put some pressure on Mr. Silverstone to show him that there was some competition, and they created San Luis Rey instead of Saint Luis Rey to make some cigars for the German market. And then, in 1993, they got back the rights. So San Luis Rey was not a very active brand because it was competing directly in Germany with the Saint Louis Rey. So very soon in 2000, the brand was discontinued. And what is interesting is that there was a cigar made by San Luis Rey until 2001, 2002 in the European community with Cuban tobacco. I managed to get one box, which is in my humidor. So it's very interesting. You might be able to come across it. I haven't tried it yet, but it's very interesting. So this is the difference between the two brands, and this is why the names are similar. I hope you like this video. If you did, please kindly subscribe. It only takes a few seconds to press the button. And if you liked it, also like the video. It's very important for me. I hope to see you soon, and goodbye.